Yoga Hosers is a new movie about women doing yoga in pantyhose. It's kind of a fetish film, but it actually goes really well until one of them gets the runs. That's not a poop joke. That's a pantyhose joke. Clean. G-rated comedy on my fucking channel. Ah, shit. Yoga Hosers is the newest movie written and directed by Kevin Smith. He's most famously known for making movies like Clerks, Mallrats, Dogma, and all of those ones with Jay and Silent Bob in them. Well, all the ones except for Scream 3. They're actually in that. But more recently, he's been doing other movies, kind of like horror movies. He did Red State a couple years back, which is like this horror, kind of, at least at the beginning, and then more of like a suspense thriller shootout for the last half of the movie. And then he made a weird horror comedy called Tusk, which a man gets turned into a walrus. And that movie takes place in this same universe. It's actually, Tusk was the first of the True North trilogy, as he calls it, consisting of 3 movies. Tusk being the first one, second one being Yoga Hosers, and third being Moose Jaws, which is what it sounds like. It's Jaws with a moose. So this movie has some characters returning from Tusk. The most prominent 2 are the Colleens, as they're referred to in the movie, played by Lily-Rose Depp, Johnny Depp's daughter, and Harley Quinn Smith, Kevin Smith's daughter. Johnny Depp also returns, and the same character that he played in Tusk, called Gila Point, who is a detective who was involved in and wrote a book about the events of Tusk, and who is investigating murders in the area. I think he was the best part of Tusk. He might be the best part of this too. He's hamming it up and having a fun time, and he's fun to watch. Also, the moles on his face move around. I don't know if that happened in Tusk or not, but in this one they definitely do. This movie is a difficult movie to judge, because I don't really know who the audience is. From what he has said in some of the interviews, it seems like it's supposed to be for, like, teenage girls, which kind of makes sense, because it's the 2 main characters are teenage girls. But then there's the weird horror element, and just kind of weird humor that I don't know. I'm not the target audience for once for one of his movies. The 2 Colleens aren't really as annoying as I thought they'd be. They do have a pretty good chemistry together. They are kind of annoying, but in a weird way, they're annoying and not annoying at the same time. They're in a rock band together, they're obsessed with yoga, they're obsessed with their phones, and they constantly talk in tandem. Like, I don't like their characters, I don't really like watching them so much. But they did a really good job playing those weird, annoying characters, I guess. And some people might not be annoyed with them. Might be like, oh, that's me, I love my cell phone. And, you know, half the plot revolves around my fucking cell phone. There is a lot of weird shit in this movie. It's a weird plot involving a Canadian Nazi who makes little Nazi guys made out of bratwursts, and they're called Bratzies, and they're all played by Kevin Smith, running around and kind of like, when he's made up to look like the Bratzies. That's not bad special effects, but everything kind of compositing it is, and it's made on the cheap, and that's part of it, and then part of it is just kind of weird. I can kind of be okay with the cheap stuff and how it looks when, like, maybe like a face stretches or something like that. I'm fine with that. But then the sauerkraut kind of glows and it looks like it was made in Microsoft Paint. I don't know. I guess I should try to give you a plot summary. So these 2 girls, the Colleens, work at a convenience store, and they have to work a night that they didn't think they were going to. And one of them says, I'm not even supposed to be here today. And you're reminded of a better movie. But anyway, they it's kind of hard to explain. They're working at the store, and I don't want to give away some of the things, but the little Bratzy guys come out, and there's a Nazi, and, you know, there's things. And that's the story, and they need to stop the Bratzy Nazis and stuff. Going into this, I thought it was actually the worst rated Kevin Smith film. According to Rotten Tomatoes, the worst one is actually Cop Out. which stars Bruce Willis and Tracy Morgan and was originally called A Couple of Dicks. That movie was a pretty decent homage to the 80s buddy cop movies, and in the original cut, at least the original opening, it made it even more so. It reminded me of a movie called Stakeout, starring Emilio Estevez and Richard Dreyfuss. That's kind of a whole tangent thing. But anyway, so this movie somehow is not his worst rated film. And the best I can say about it is it's not offensively bad. I don't think there's anybody in the movie that really bothers me. Ralph Gorman, when he shows up, he does some pretty good impressions. Because Adam West is pretty much on point. And the people that show back up from Tusk, Justin Long, Haley Joel Osment, and Genesis Rodriguez, they're all having a lot of fun. Everybody that's in it seems like they're having fun, and that makes it a somewhat enjoyable movie to sit through. It doesn't make it a good movie to sit through. And there's a weird thing kind of about critics towards the end of it, which is, I really don't know what he's going with there. But anyway, it's not the worst movie I've seen. It's not really a good movie. Yoga Hosers is rated D+. So being that this is a Kevin Smith film, name your favorite Kevin Smith film. And what I mean by that is one that's written and directed, or at least directed by him. My favorite Kevin Smith film is Clerks 2. It has all the fun of the original, pretty much. I mean, it's not quite as rough around the edges and kind of random in some spots as the original, but it is, I would say, pretty much just as funny, and it has a whole lot of heart to it, specifically Randall, and the acting has stepped up significantly from the original. Again, specifically Randall, played by Jeff Anderson. So again, name your favorite Kevin Smith film. Make your mark below in the comments section. Please like, share, and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Yoga Hosers is a new movie about women doing pantyhose. It all goes really well until one of them gets the runs. Not talking about... Ah, shit. Yoga Hosers is a new movie about women doing pantyhose and yogas. Oh, shit. Little rusty. Yoga Hosers is a... It's not a poop joke. It's a pantyhose joke. Haha. Clean. There's a lot of fucking words. They're actually in that, and he had nothing to do with it.